Dear Diary, things haven't been that easy lately. I'm sorry I haven't taken much time to write. A lot's changing in my life, and I don't always handle that properly. I tend to try and find something to lose myself in, but sometimes there are games that come along that as you play, you know will just live inside you and can help you grow. Games that manage to stir up every possible emotion, pulling at you, breathing with you, and joining whatever tapestry makes you who you are. I found a game called Lost Words, and as I dove further into it, I realized that it's one of those games. It is intensely beautiful, heart-wrenching, and just wraps you in love. The music in Lost Words is incredibly beautiful. It's gentle and calm, sad and lost, but tinged with light, using an orchestra to help tell Izzy's story. It's one of my favorite soundtracks to any game I've ever played, and fits each scene perfectly. It deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as some of my favorites like Journey, Celeste, and Spiritfarer, and is something that might just help me deal with what's coming next.
Dear Journal, I've been having a really tough time since dealing with the loss of Zuri. I've been trying to find ways to keep myself distracted. I've not really wanted to face the fact that I'll never see her again, that she'll never greet me as I walk through the door, or that when I'm curled up ready to fall asleep, she won't come up and snuggle her way into my arms. I just didn't know what to do or how to feel, so I've been playing more games. I tried this game called Lost Words. It seemed really cute, and the art style was incredible. When I first opened the game, I was flooded with this nostalgic feeling of writing in my own diary as a young girl. I thought this was going to be such an amazing game, and I was happy Matt suggested that I should play it. Watching Izzy, the main character, reminded me a lot of myself. I always wanted to dabble a bit in writing, and watching her words come across the screen as she wrote about her life with her grandmother in her journal made me reminisce of my own childhood dreams and ideas. I just knew after a few minutes of playing this game that I was in love with the art style and its direction. There was a mix of 3D elements and 2D animation that seamlessly worked together to create something really special. And there are these moments where bright colors splash across the pages in beautiful hues that gives you a feeling that the very book she's writing in is somehow enchanted as well. Everything seems so whimsical and magical. And those are things I've always loved as a little girl, even to this day. Here I was, playing and working my way through a story that seemed to have endless possibilities, giving me a break from my own sad thoughts and dreary days that have honestly seemed to just turn into one big, exhausting experience. The game was doing exactly what I needed, or so I thought. But now, I'm not so sure if I can keep playing it. I'm kind of afraid, actually, that this game is going to make me face things I'm not ready for.
Dear Diary, I'm scared. I know heading back home is the right decision, but the idea of going to a place I've lived in already makes me anxious. How much has it changed? How much have I changed? Are my grandparents still okay? How many more gray hairs have sprouted? How many more lost thoughts? I find myself thinking back to Izzy and how she dealt with loss. How her adventure through the 5 stages of grief can help me in my own story. How she hopped on words spaced out to show emphasis, jumping between spaces as Izzy tells the diary about the things going on in her life. Its incredible creativity really helped me understand Izzy's thoughts and emotions. The gameplay itself isn't difficult, but it isn't meant to be. The diary sections will have simple platforming, and the fantasy world will have some simple puzzles, using word magic that you'll use from your spellbook. The difficulty comes with the narrative. I found myself inserting my own thoughts and feelings into the story. Izzy's diary became my own as much as it was hers, and I couldn't help but be part of it. It broke me many times throughout, as Izzy's journey through her grief was one I understood. The loneliness, loss, despair, and ultimate hope that she experiences brought back a lot of my own memories and experiences. I had those same thoughts. I lived in that gray space between it all, struggling to figure out what's next. What makes Izzy's journey so special is because it can be literally anyone in that position. It's a human story of moving on. Maybe I can move on too.
Dear Journal, I don't know what to say. I've been trying to find the words to express all the emotions I've been going through since playing this game. At one point, I had to make a choice that literally broke me down into tears, so much that my best friend heard me and came into my room to console me. This has been the most beautiful and heart-wrenching game I've ever played. The game becomes darker as you continue through it. The entire atmosphere changes from light and cheery to dark and desolate. Izzy's mood is especially reflected in each chapter, and it's hard to see her once bright and hopeful demeanor turn into what I've become over the last month. In the end, through everything, she has to accept things, and that forced me to accept that Zuri's never coming back. There are times where Izzy is allowed to talk through her feelings, and initially it's your choice, and this really helped me. I understood how hopeless Lizzie felt because I felt lost and lonely too. I felt like I failed, even though I tried my best. I tried so hard, but sometimes there's nothing we can do. Things begin and things end. It's a never-ending cycle, and the game tells you this in a way that seems harsh at first, but makes you realize that it wasn't all for nothing. That's just how life is. I feel in the end, Izzy's story was my story as well. I know things will get better, and I know Zuri will always be with me. I really have to thank her for taking me on this journey, helping me through my grief, and allowing me to accept the things that I could not. I want to cherish every memory I had with Zuri without the guilt and sadness attached to every thought. I absolutely love this game because it affected me in ways that have pushed me into a state of growth that I really needed. I've purposely been a bit vague because I think it's a game you have to experience. It's a journey you have to go on because in the end, it's something we all face at some point in our lives. So cherish the moments and make memories with those you love.
Lost Words is a game that I'm just happy exists. It's a captivating and emotional journey. The music and art are staggeringly beautiful, the writing is so well done, and the story it tells deserves to be experienced. It's comfort and understanding, it's heartbreak and loss. It's human and a push to keep moving. A reminder to find hope, even in the dark. A reminder that, as the game tells you, you are not alone. You are loved. Be kind to yourself. Thank you for watching our Lost Words review, and thank you to Tinsley PR for Modus Games for sending us codes for review. If you want to see more from us, please check out our other reviews, Let's Plays, our podcast, and our new series, Hey, Did You Hear? Below. Let us know in the comments if you'll be grabbing Lost Words. Thanks for watching.